How the effects of the pandemic could cause food insecurity until 2050. The World Bank reported that the pandemic is estimated to push 150 million people around the world into extreme poverty by 2021. Hunger is rising in many regions, and the effects may be long-term. The poverty effects of the pandemic are projected to continue for decades, or even up to 2050, said Cynthia Rosenzweig, a senior research scientist at the NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies. Rosenzweig and other researchers spoke about the pandemic and its implications for the world food supply during an online roundtable at the fall meeting of the American Geophysical Union on December 14th. Rosenzweig and her colleagues are currently conducting a study to learn about the effects of the pandemic on the food systems in 3 countries in Africa: Senegal, Ghana, and Zimbabwe. They conducted surveys with stakeholders, government officials, and agricultural planners who have been working on the front lines. The loss of income is so important to the people that aren't able to buy food, said Rosenzweig. Then the knock-on effect is that the producers are not able to sell the food either. This is basically a downward spiral in many countries in the world, particularly in the vulnerable and lower income developing countries. It's going to take a long time for them to recover. Zimbabwe is one of 13 countries in southern Africa where it is estimated that around 45 million people are food insecure due to the impacts of the pandemic, drought, and floods. Michael Puma, director of the Center for Climate Systems Research at the Earth Institute, spoke about his recent study, noting that there have been several events in 2020 that could compound the impact of the pandemic on the food supply chain. This includes the locust infestations in Africa and parts of the Middle East and South Asia. The shortage of farm labor, the second wave of the pandemic, and dry weather in Europe and South America could also contribute to supply chain problems. In their study, Puma and his fellow researchers quantified the impacts of these various threats on world supplies and prices. Importantly, they found that a decline in production by itself is not likely to cause significant changes in global food prices or availability. Instead, they found that export restrictions could cause food prices to spike dangerously. They mainly focused on wheat, maize, and rice, as they are known as staple crops that are of high importance for food security. We combine these scenarios in an agricultural price model to also keep track of which countries or regions might be the most susceptible, explained Puma. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please consider giving the channel a subscribe.